This is our Earth, the so-called blue planet, with more than 6 billion citizens. The Earth is the densest and the 5th largest planet in our solar system. But the Earth is getting warmer, and the most important cause is the humanity. In particular, the burning of fossil fuels, but also clearing of forests, the concentration of greenhouse gases from rising into atmosphere. Doubling the concentration of carbon dioxide would raise the temperature of the Earth by about 3 degrees Celsius, and that would have catastrophic consequences, such as, for example, melting glaciers and polar ice. Sea level rises, extreme weather events are increasing. Initial damage to ecosystem are recognized. This climate change begins with industrialization. Now, some students from Denmark and Germany want to discover the effect of climate change for Geste.
The whole class went to Bangsbo or Bangsbo Creek or river. Actually, it's not really a river because it's not that big. We went there to measure the leveling, and Martin is also part of our group, and he was going to help with how we did it, but unfortunately he got sick. So we'll try to do it anyway. Yeah, here's a picture from it. And first, Rasmus is going to tell us something about the river.
Okay, this is a map over Bangsbo River, Creek, whatever. And this is the start of the river, and it ends in the Kattegat Sea out in Frederikshavn. Yeah, a river is like in 3 parts. First, a youthful river and a mature river, and then the last, an old river. Where we had to find out the leveling was in the old part, and it was about up there. So when it's in the old part, it's not it hasn't a very big fall. It's kind of a small fall. So yeah, we'll just have to find out that.
And then Mads and Rasmus is going to tell a bit about how we did it, and I'm going to show a little video that we taped out there.
Yeah. We'll try to check out the leveling. Okay, this is called, shall I tell what it's called in English or Danish? Leveling device. And the way we put this in level on the earth, the ground, and we get the red spot to hit the, what's that? Stuck. Yeah, and we check out what the storm is. 44. Okay, 44 centimeters. And then we take it on the ground, which level. Gå derover, Mads. Ja, du kan også bare tage den der. Det skal lige meget. What is it?
27.
27. 44 minus 27. What's that? 7. Okay. So it's 17 centimeters. The fall is 17 centimeters. That's how we do it.
And we had it was 20 meters that you had to walk in the river between the 2 points that they just showed. And now it was Joachim who went into the river, and yeah, just look at.
Are we gonna wait that up?
And he walked 20 meters in the one. We just have to wait till he gets where he has to measure the leveling, and then I'll stop the film.
Okay, what we had to do was the leveling device is on the ground up above the river, and then we get the red dot to point at the stick, and then we look at what number it is, and then we go up the river 20 meters and put it on a stick like this, and we check out the number there.
As Jacob said, we went to the creek and we were doing some tests, and we were in 3 groups, and we do a test on nitrogen, phosphate, ammoniac, and valium. And so we have some results.
And the results for the experiments were that the nitrogen concentration in the creek or river were 5 milligrams per liter, and for phosphate it was 0.1667 milligrams per liter, and for ammonia the concentration in the creek were 0.0333 milligrams, and the pH value in the creek were 6.
And if you wanna know how much nitrogen there is in a little creek like Bangsbo, you have to you wanna have this little test set, because then you can see what, from the beginning again. We use this little test set to measure the nitrogen, how much nitrogen there was in the creek. What you do is that you fill these 2 little glasses with the creek, the water of the creek, up until right about there are 5 milliliters, and you fill both the glasses, of course. Then in one of the glasses you put 5 drops of that magic liquid of some sort, and afterwards you put some powder. That powder, 1 spoon. There's a little spoon that comes with the set. It's not very big. You put it in the glass and you shake it for about 5 minutes, I think. And the water in the glass where you put the drops and the powder, it turns yellow. It turns yellow like these little circles, dots or something. And the yellow liquid, the yellow water, the glass with the yellow water, you put here, and the glass without anything in, so that it's just water from the creek, you put here. So actually this water is yellow when we do the test. So then you have to push or slide the glasses through this little paper, and when the color of the two glasses are exactly the same, then you can read the number which stands there, and you get the result, the accurate, the precise number, or yeah, what do you call it? The result of nitrogen in the water. So if you remember, our number was 5, so the color of our water was exactly the same as this color. That's how you find out.
We did 3 experiments because we had to do it for phosphate and
Yeah.
ammonium too.
Yes.
On September 27th, 2010, students started an excursion to the upper reaches of the river Geste. Part of the excursion was to measure various chemical parameters of water and to analyze the water quality.
Nein, die sind voll rot. Nein, ich meine von der Colorado. Eine sind ja Lavade richtig groß.
Did you know what I walked through this?
Det er jo ikke helt optimalt, det er
Our pH value was about 6 to 7. Different readings of the pH value can be attributed to the amount of carbon dioxide in water. The less of it in the water, the higher the pH value. Carbon dioxide is important for algae and other plant species because they require carbon dioxide for photosynthesis underwater. Eutrophication is caused by nitrate emission from agriculture into the rivers. It is assumed that the quality of water in our test was affected by earth, mud, or plant particles stirred up by our rubber boots. For the ecosystem of the Geste, it is important that substances are present in certain amounts in the water. A pH value of 7 indicates a neutral state in which many fish can live well. If the pH value drops below 5 or rose above 9, demanding fish cannot live in this water because their organs will be damaged. The oxygen content of the Geste is good because there is enough oxygen for the fish, small organism, and plant to survive. Decomposition through bacteria require a high amount of oxygen. Decomposition caused by the decay produces gases such as methane and ammonium. In small quantities, ammonium has a positive effect on the growth of autotrophic plants as a nitrogen supplier. Increased exposure, however, leads to eutrophication and the body of water collapses. In high concentration, it increases the growth of algae in the deeper water layers. This process proceeds until there is a lack of oxygen, especially in deeper waters. A high phosphate content in water indicates contamination with fecal matter. It is not yet proved that phosphate has a health-impairing effect. In small quantities, phosphate is an essential nutrient for autotrophic plants. In this way, the plants grow. By the overproduction of oxygen, the decay process proceeds. Extreme concentration of nitrate water is harmful and can cause death in infants, leading to cyanosis. Fish also respond more, they are sensitive to nitrate. For rapid analysis of the elements in the water, test kits were used. Using a test kit works as follows. Each kit contains detailed instructions. 2 small test tubes, a glass holder, a color stripe, and 3 containers with chemical serving as indicators. First, the test tubes have to be cleaned so the result is not distorted by impurities in the glass. Then, the test tubes are filled with 2 ml of Geste water and placed in the glass holder. One of the 2 glasses is treated with a prescribed number of drops of the appropriated chemicals. In most cases, a waiting period is required for the chemicals to react to the water and to be distributed by diffusion. After this, the 2 samples are compared to the color stripe. A change in color indicates the concentration of each substance present in the water. The value can be entered into the table and the test is complete. It is advisable to perform several tests in order to prevent incorrect results. Sardinia is an island in the Mediterranean Sea, in the Mediterranean climate zone, with warm climate and not much rainfall. Sardinia is with an area of 24,000 square kilometers, the second largest island in the Mediterranean Sea between Italy, France and Tunisia, south of Corsica. We smelled all the flowers and insects in this meadow, and of course it was very loud.
Okay. Now here on this field, as you might have noticed, there's a certain smell. It's actually the smell that's created from the herbs of Sardinia. So you get a more better feeling for the country itself. Now in Sardinia there are a lot of insect species, a lot of amphibia species. That is why we've got all these little tanks here. And you can have them through glass to watch them, but you also can use cameras. So they have, they can hide if they want to hide from people, but you still can see them. It's not like they are you can't see them today in the water.
After Sardinia, the next destination was Kanak, in Niger. It was so hot and dry there, so we asked ourselves how any plant, animal or human can survive here. We could see nothing except the sand of the desert, and I heard only the wind that was blowing sand around. Niger is a very hot and dry desert country. In the middle of Africa, the climate is tropical and it rains nearby never. Our last destination was Queen Maud. Queen Maud is in Antarctica. Antarctica is very cold and we doesn't know how long we could stand here without being killed by frost. It's very windy, so we feel a lot colder. We saw there a research station from AVI. Antarctica has normally no temperatures over 0 degrees Celsius and 90% of the area is ice.
The other one is the jacket construction and the tree pile. And it depends on the wind turbine company. Repower wants the jacket constructions, Bart wants the tree pile ones, and Multibrid Areva works with the tripods. And we also do wind met mass for measuring of temperature, wind strength, and all these parameters in different heights. This one is a monopile, this one. In the early days and in low water depth, you use only one monopile. Then you can use a heavy foundation made of concrete. Then the jacket ones and also the other structures. We do also other foundations. This is a transformer station for the wind park Alpha Ventus. And there we use this kind of foundations, as the jacket one. This is our product range in the main range. Yeah, so it should look like in our new hall with a rail system. to get the heavy ones in and out, and direct to the harbor. We see it soon. Yeah. This one we want to manufacture vertically. This one horizontal, and all on the railway system. We want to set up with welding robots to do it automatically. We try to do this. It's a great challenge. It's new in this dimension. One steel beam has a thickness of 60 centimeters, 60 millimeters. It's a packet cigarette. Yeah, you see a mad mast at Amrum Bank. We built this one on a monopile founding. Yeah, you see and how it's installed offshore. It's difficult because you have the water depth from 60 meters, 50 meters, 20 meters is better. And how it goes, you pile down big iron pipes in the ground with pile drivers and set the structure on the top. Yeah? And then with concrete you get this fixed. Yeah. You can do this with post-piling and pre-piling. Post-piling means you set your structure on the ground and pile through the pile sleeves, and pre-piling you can set the piles first, then comes the foundation.
And you must ram it into the ground of the ground.
Yeah. First, the first step you get with vibration, and then you can't get it deeper with vibration, and then the pile driver gets hammer beats. 5,000 beats for one pile. Yeah.
What about the depth, approximately?
The maximum depth, 50-60 meters. This is what we have in the North Sea, the Baltic Sea.
You said different companies choose different kinds of fundaments.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like they take the one they like best, or that looks best. So what are the criteria for their choice?
Their own development depends on the top, the wind turbine, and how it works, and get the forces in the ground. Yeah. And the taste of the company.